So this right here is the spot where I would always park the Miata. Obviously, it's not there anymore, and you've noticed I haven't really shown it on the channel. So I'm here to tell you the story of what happened. It was just like any other day, except your boy had a date. I was feeling good, got ready, put on a fresh fit, and it was a beautiful day outside. So I hopped in the Miata, threw the top down, and was just cruising along, excited to meet this girl for the first time. So I'm driving along, and as Mrs. Officer is playing by Lil Wayne, I'm just singing along, enjoying the song and the beautiful day. And then I look down at my gauges, and my heart drops. The car was overheating, temperature gauge was spiking, check engine light came on, and then the rest of the drive pretty much went like this. Thankfully, I was able to get off the side of the road safely as soon as possible, and I was kind of just trying to keep myself calm. I was like, okay, whatever's happening, I'll figure it out, right? And things will be okay. As I'm pulling off, the car just turns off completely. And then I'm just kind of stuck there. The rumble of the engine dies, and that's when everything kind of set in. And I was realizing that might be the last drive that I ever have in the Miata. So I let my date know what happened and that this wasn't gonna work out today. I called my insurance to get a tow. It was a Sunday, so I had to tow it to a Mazda dealership, only place open. And then I called up my boy Marcel, who thankfully came and saved me. I want to shout you out. Thank you for being there for me, not just to pick me up and get me out of there, but just being there with me. We spent the rest of the day together, just to support me as all this was going on, because I was feeling pretty damn bad. So thank you for being there.
What's up, play it?
Oh my god. That is not what I was expecting.
So what happened after that? Well, it sucked. I had to go to work the next few days, and Mazda took like 3 or 4 days to just diagnose what the problem was. So every day I was just waiting, you know, just carrying that anxious energy through work and every day. And finally get a call from them, and they say the entire engine's blown. They couldn't figure out the exact issue. They wanted to charge me more to diagnose it, but essentially they quoted me over $10,000 to fix the car, to put a new engine in basically. And I still owed like $10,000 on the car because I was financing it. So that's when I kind of panicked and was really stressed out for those next like few days, just trying to figure out what to do. So what did I do? Well, I saw what they would offer for the car, which was $500, and figured that was not going to work. I realized maybe I could sell the car, or maybe I could try to do an engine swap myself. I live in San Francisco. I don't have a garage. I don't have tools, and right now, I really don't have time or energy, and I gotta get to work. So I thought about the engine swap for a little bit, but ultimately was like, you know what? This is best for somebody else's project. So I posted this whole story on Reddit, and it kind of blew up. A lot of people were messaging me, and I actually ended up selling the car to somebody from Reddit who responded. Shout out to Brian. He made my whole experience so much easier, so patient, talking to me through this. But sold the car, was able to at least get some decent money for it, and that was that. So had to pay off everything, and essentially I had to use like all of my savings to pay it off, and that did not feel good at all. Before we get to the next part, I do want to talk about what that car meant to me. I had it for 1 year, but I made a lot of memories with that car, and I worked on it a lot. I took really good care of it, so this problem was kind of random. I still don't really know what caused it. The guy who bought it, Brian, will be sure to let me know. But that wasn't just a car. That was my first adult purchase, really. First car I've ever financed. I went to a dealer, I bought it myself, all with my own money, and that felt good. And I enjoyed it thoroughly. I took it on a lot of trips. I drove it as much as I can. I enjoyed it with people. I took my mom in the car, my grandma in the car, my brother, all of my friends that I could have that experience with. I tried to do that for them. Not a lot of people have been in a convertible before, and especially in San Francisco, great weather for it. So I made so many great memories, and it connected me more to a lot of people. I taught a few people how to drive manual in the car, and I don't regret it at all. My bank account is hurting, I won't lie, but I don't regret it. It wasn't just a car. It was a learning experience, first of all, but it was a bit of a memory machine. So those memories I'll have forever, even though the car is gone, you know. And just playing music, having the top down, that whole experience, I'm so thankful that I got to have a car like this. And that's kind of the next point that I want to get into. So, car's gone. The memories are still here. Where do I go from here? And how do I feel? Alright, so my car is gone. Bank account's wiped. Never went on that date. How did I feel? Initially, pretty fucking terrible. Honestly. I haven't been that stressed in a really long time. And it was a dark time for me. I wanted to handle all this on my own, and I think a lot of that came from shame. Cars are my thing. All my friends and family kind of know me for that. I talk about it a lot, about like how I take care of my cars and give other people advice. So now, when it's like your expertise and you've failed in that area, it feels horrible. I just felt really stupid, to be honest. Like, how could have this happened? It is my fault, right? And I just took it all on myself. So I was ashamed to ask for help, and I was like, I'm gonna just deal with this on my own. And that was a bad move. Life is hard, it's unpredictable. I've realized now, this isn't my fault. You can do everything right, and sometimes stuff just happens that's out of your control. And so I tried for a few days to just handle this on my own, not really like get my family or other friends involved, and just kind of just figure it out. But then what's the point of having friends and family? If you have nobody there to go to in these times, isn't that the whole point? It became too much for me. And so I did reach out. And honestly, it was the best thing I could have done, and what makes me feel the most rewarded from this whole terribly, what could be viewed as a negative situation. So how did I feel after all this? It surprised the hell out of me. I felt very grateful, and despite losing the car and the date and the money and all these things that society makes so important, I still felt happy. It wasn't the car that made me happy. It was the people. I reached out in a moment of need, and people showed up. And that feeling is worth way more than any car or, amount of money or material object of any kind. I want to take this moment to thank my family and my friends. My family did end up helping me with what they could financially. I promised to pay them back with a trip to Hawaii. So I think that's great. That's going to be a new experience that maybe we would have never had if this didn't happen. I want to shout out my friends. So many of you showed up. Thank you all for just listening to me. I was venting, going off on you guys. Thank you for lending me your ears and your hearts through this. I got a lot closer to all of you because of this. So again, just so thankful. I feel very supported throughout all of this. Marcel, thank you again. You saved me in the moment and continue to support me throughout. Gordon, my roommate, lended me his car, which was so helpful and just gave me a way to at least get around and get to work. Grace, Mariah, Edgar, John, Money, Anmol, Puria, all of you for listening to this. And shout out my man Gibson. He has a Miata channel. I DM'd him, another Miata brother to just bounce things off of. Shout out to you, man. Never met you in person. I feel like at this point we're genuine friends. Go check out his channel. What are you doing if you haven't yet? Dude's a legend. Thank you. So all of my friends, this whole village, thank you so much. You guys mean the world to me. And through this experience, getting closer to you all and recognizing how much support that I really have in a time of need, forget the car. I'll take that 10 times out of 10. Love y'all. So what did I really learn from this? Well, not everything's about me. My car, my problem, my money. That's what I was worried about. My shame. I'm stupid. No. The situation just is what it is. But it's the people. I lost the date, I lost the money, I lost the car. But somehow I'm happier than I was before. So what's next? Well, you know your boy's crazy. So I got another car. And no, it's not normal, as you should expect. This is a completely different vibe from the Miata, and I'm really excited to share it with you guys. I'll just go ahead and tell you, since you made it this far in the video. It is a 1997 manual 2-door Toyota RAV4. Crazy oddball pick, especially going from a Miata to that. I'm gonna make another video talking about why I picked this car and what this kind of shift means. I'll give you some sneak peeks of what the car looks like now, but I'm excited for this. This is a new chapter. It's a completely different vibe from the Miata, which is, I think, a good thing for me right now. This is a change in lifestyle, not just a change in my car. So, that spot with the flowers and the tree, tiny parking spot that only the Miata really fit in. That's why I would park it there all the time. It was empty for a while. It's not empty anymore. We have a new player joining the fight. And I'm excited to share that with you. But the shift I'm really making, it's not just about the cars anymore. It's about the people. So thank you for being a part of this and listening to me. And I'd love to hear some of your stories of when something went wrong in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.